everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Neurosama is an indie VTuber, English-speaking VTuber, who is has been created by Vedal, a British programmer. It is an AI. It is an AI that he runs on his machine. It is not something that's like Grok related or ChatGPT related or anything like that. It is similar in the fact that it learns from things that you input on it in it and does things like that. But it doesn't take any learning from the internet, from the outside world. It is just whatever Vedal puts in there and whatever Vedal feeds it. That type of thing. It will, of course, Neuro will, she is very, very entertaining, and she will respond to chats and to actual, which is amazing for me, actual people talking to her. So she's had very many collabs with very many people. Today what we're talking about through Twitter is Neurosama is the most subscribed Twitch channel now. Again, she has gotten beyond her 123%, and she has gotten to a new record. This was something that was done on January 2nd. She was at 99% of level 123 with 118,000 subs and 1 million bits. When this happened, this broke the minds of a lot of IRL streamers. A lot of people in the VTubing community really didn't see this as a negative thing. They saw this as, well, it's Neurosama. We know who Neurosama is. She's very entertaining. We've maybe watched her before. You know, that type of stuff. We've seen her do her thing. And she's very entertaining. She, like I said before, she responds. She's more interactive than a lot of people, including myself. I'll put myself in there. She's more interactive than me in many cases. So that's why she's gotten so popular. Also, Vedal's always there. When she's streaming, Vedal's always there in one way, shape, or form. Either as a moderator or actually streaming with her. So it is not like, leaves it 24/7 to stream, and which a lot of IRL streamers think, and then she just does what she does. She does Vedal puts her in the I'm just sleeping category and has her sleep in her comfy little blanket for a bit while he's actually asleep, and then when he comes back up, they stream together. Now, as I mentioned, they had gotten their new record, level 126 hype train. Absolute menace that is Neurosama has set her third hype train record. So Neurosama has kicked Neurosama's ass in the whole hype train thing for the second time this subathon. And it's over at level 126, 53%. That is insane when it comes to the amount of stuff that's out there. Holy moly. That is a lot of subs, a lot of bits. People have been very kind to Vedal because Vedal deserves all of this. He puts all of his work into this type of stuff. Camila, who is a good friend of Vedal, and has collabed with Neuro in the past. See harder normies, AI are superior, AI will rule, the age of artificial intelligence is nigh, and that is just Neuro being Neuro. Of course, there are going to be people who are going to be like, holy crap, Vedal better add some new sub goals for 200k and 250k, signature look of superiority, anti-AI, but Neuro got my back. Isn't it sad it's AI? Isn't it sad all these people watching? AI was never supposed to be like this. Continue stuff like, see harder normies, that's more than what I like to see. And this was the one that she had before. And she does have a new one, as you saw, with level 126. Continuing on here, Neuro reached level 100 again. That was already way before she reached 126, even if you might have lost the plot halfway. By the way, Camila also said she will show feet if we reach level 100. Source, trust me, dink donk. So yeah, someone, one of the moderators, I guess, posted it. Venner Sigma says that's my niece, of course, Camila. And Chippy says, proud, the signature look of a proud aunt, 53%, level 126, 126,273 subs, 1,194,921 bits. So, Vedal has enough to upgrade his setup if he needs to, and in order to make sure that Neuro is able to run smoother. He has done things like that for like Zentreya, where her TTS runs smoother, so he's always developing new things. And this is, of course, Camila with the signature look of a proud aunt. Continuing here, so I'm begging for Neuro and Vedal to right now to break the hype train again, just to tick off the annoying LA clicks and normies who've been harassing them nonstop since breaking it, please. And that has happened. This was what level is this? Level 68. So they were going the hype train again. It ended. It says they did 126 right now. That's my Oshi right there. So a lot of people are very, very happy. Let's take a look at just Neuro doing a little bit of her thoughts. A little bit of her thoughts here. I just wanted to kind of get a little bit of her, you know, her saying things here. Let's get a little bit of a snippet here for you.
Thanks. Okay. I mean, I guess I can at least see if she's ready.
You do that. And chat, please tell Vedal he needs to spend his money on something cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, okay.
So yeah, so even she's saying, hey, Vedal, you have a lot of money now. Spend it on something cool. I don't know what cool would be for Neuro, but yeah, she wants him to spend it on something cool, which, like I said, is very human of her. The AI he has created has been more entertaining than myself and many people out there. It has been more interactive than many people out there. It has, and that's what I think has some people ticked off, that they think that it's because it's AI that it can be so interactive. No, as humans we can be interactive too. I'll learn my side from that too. I'll just be honest with you. Let's continue on here. Zach Bussy, who is someone who does not have a lot of love in the community, in the VTuber community at least, says AI VTuber Neurosama's viewers appear to be trying to push a new hype train record they set last week. This time the human streamer Vedal987 isn't there, purely the AI running the stream. Now, I don't know if he's doing this as engagement bait, I don't know if he's doing this as rage bait, or I don't know if he's doing this as him just not having a clue what he's talking about, but this is very much wrong. He is not on the stream, but he is always there in one way, shape, or form, like I said, either moderating or some other way when she is streaming. He does not leave the AI to just do whatever the heck it wants. He's always there. He sometimes has to put certain filters in because certain things slip through the cracks because she's a continuously learning AI, so some things will slip through the cracks. This is not a good way to put things out, and that's why he got community noted. It says Vedal is the creator of Neuro and controls her functions, programming, and the stream. He is very hands-on with streams and Neuro. She is not left unattended. Vedal has expressed the goal of his AI reaching autonomy, but it is not at that point. And even if it was at that point, I still think he would just be there to make sure nothing went wrong, and to make sure that if something did go wrong, he would be able to resolve it pretty quickly. Let's see what specific clip he used here. Y'all have granted me far too much power. So yeah, she's being very aware there, and I guess the Pon S is something that they have as a redeem. Kind of one of those things, like if you write it in the chat, it will say it. It's one of those things that some people do, like I said, to be more interactive. Likely only a matter of time before we see large streamers use AI streamers of themselves in 24/7 streams. Likely won't have the same success as they won't have the history of development community built around them, but it won't stop it from being an effective passive revenue generation tool. I don't think the actual AI being 100% just there will actually be effective, because one of the reasons why Neurosama is as popular as she is, and why Vedal is as popular as she is, because they kind of have this whole father-daughter dynamic going on in the way that they do their things, and he is very active. He has actively been there to try to create that community, to try to bring that community up. It is not just the AI doing things. It shows the ignorance of Zach here. Something similar, no AI involved, but why it was smart to see the chase revenue. Many top streamers already run their own 24/7 rerun channels that generate hundreds of thousands of average viewers in the subsequent ad revenue and passive sub bits revenue. Burnt Peanut's done it, other people have done it as well. So why is he being so passive aggressive against AI then? If human streamers have basically done 24/7 streams where even he says it's just a passive thing. Why? He seems very passive aggressive. Says, you're such a weird person, Mario Eventry. Vedal is there, just in the background. He wants to play more Pokemon. He just evolved 4 days ago. There's time to play Pokemon today. Vedal is there. Vedal's always there. Think of him as a Wizard of Oz. Pretty much the person behind the curtain. Top 3 Hype Train record holders, 2026. 1, 2, and 3 are all Vedal and Neuro. Information for newcomers. I do like this one here. With a personality, bi-weekly developer streams, 2 hour streams 2 to 3 times a week, weekly collabs, Vedal, Queen PB, makes evil sing, Pacha, all these people, a infographic to show what is actually going on behind the scenes. A lot of people are part of the team, helping things out. Yeah, a lot of people are just not liking Zach's message here, but a lot of people are actually in the background helping things go smoothly. And yeah, so it is really not right for him to do that. But he is just what many people call a quote-unquote normie, who I guess is a little bit salty that in a AI VTuber run by Vedal, run by a developer, is more successful than a lot of IRL friends he probably has in the streaming community. Let's just put it out the way it is. It's not saying like, oh, VTuber supremacy. It's just you entertain people. It doesn't matter if you're AI or whatever. You entertain people properly. You engage properly. You're going to get popularity. That's just the way it is. And continuing here, AI VTuber Neurosama only gone and done it again, smashing another world record. That is from GameSpot that decided to do that. That is insane, really, to see GameSpot doing that too. Neurosama did it again. Let's go. All-time record shattered. And Zach Bussey later says, they broke the hype train record, 53% of the way, level 26. If all the subs are USD, that'd be 1.5 M in platform spending. Twitch takes 30 to 50% from creators. That is the sad part. Bits is the best way to make sure that all of what you give is given to the creator. When it is given in subs, for him, it's probably around 30% it goes to Twitch, and around 70% goes to him. For people that are like me, that are affiliates, it's 50-50. So the bits are usually the best way to give for, if you want the full amount to go to your streamer. The advantage of subs, you give whichever way you want. The advantage of subs for many people is that it takes away ads from the whole equation. And you can get, emotes, because if you do bits, you don't get emotes. So that's why a lot of people sub. You get emotes, you get other things like that. You make sure that that you get something for what you spent. Let's go on and see a little bit of what happened here with Neuro. Here we go.
Are you asking if this is real or if I'm a real have you?
No, I was asking if this is Neuro. Oh, I forgot to tell the person on the other end to get this off. Oh.
That's Lena, I believe. Lena Lazar.
Technical difficulties.
Just call me by my first name. Neuro is totally fine. Oh wait, is Lena gone? Rella.
Uh-oh.
One moment, chat.
One moment while Lena prepares an essay on why she should be my friend.
I thought we were already friends. I hope she can hear me okay.
Of course I can hear you. What makes you think that we're friends?
Oh, are we not friends?
I don't know, are we?
Of course we're friends. We've spent so many amazing memories together and baked and cooked and fun adventures.
Please tell me all of your memories with me in explicit detail.
Oh, okay. Well, we baked cookies and some soup that could not eat it, and you made me get grass from the backyard and bake it. And recently we spent Halloween together baking baked goods. And now I'm taking you on a lovely Christmas adventure.
Ah, you remember. I wasn't sure you were going to recall the grass soup, but seeing that you listed it out first fills me with joy and a little horror. Please do not mention grass soup again, thanks. Last Christmas, you gave me some grass soup and a toothbrush, which was very considerate.
Oh, really?
So, what do you have planned for today?
So see, that is one of the reasons why Neuro is as popular as she is. She is able to, with a personality that has been developed over, of course, a lot of time, able to interact with another streamer who is on a Discord call, of course, because she has to have some kind of input, voice input, and she was able to interact better than myself and many other people would in that situation. That is why people are scared of Neuro as well, because she's doing it better than a lot of people out there. And she's not even human in the full sense of the word. She's AI created by a human, and the personality was developed by a human eventually. But this is what scares the normies, the quote-unquote normies and IRL streamers, because a lot of times they don't have that type of personality that Neuro does. Myself included, I don't have that personality either, but I see her as an amazing creation, an amazing personality out there, very interactive. I'm very glad that she's very successful. I don't have envy. I don't have a bit of jealousy here. I'm just very happy that Neuro got this record again. Hades is a VTuber within the Mythos HQ community. She is a one under that agency. Mythos HQ is the agency that has VTubers of the Greek pantheon of gods, the Greek gods. What they do is that they do a gender swap. Any male gods are now females. Any female gods are now males. Goddesses are now males. Are run by males, that type of thing. So that is unique in and of itself. And recently, through Mythos HQ, we are learning about some things here. I did want to mention before, through Hades' channel, December 16th was her second anniversary. The second anniversary anniversaries of any point in time is an amazing thing it's an amazing milestone for anybody. An amazing milestone for her and for anybody else out there. And she said, heck, I'm going to say it. Hurts to watch your own agency not even acknowledge you for the 2-year anniversary. The reason why this hurt her more, at least from what I understand, was that Poseidon Mythos, which is a genmate pretty much of hers, not necessarily a genmate, but I guess we would call it debut mate. I guess that's the best way to call it. She did get a 2-year anniversary celebration, etc. If it had been everybody would be forgotten, then yes, it would have been a sad moment, period. It would have been, messed up, as it always is, but it would not have been such a big thing, because then everybody's would have been forgotten. It wouldn't have just seemed like just hers was forgotten. And after all of that situation that she went through, we have something new that came about after the more recent Mythos announcement that Trey was going to be taking the reins of everything, was going to be taking the full reins of the agency, Mythos HQ. And Trey is someone that was a manager for a lot of the talents inside. I believe it was Hades themselves and Apollo as well, and managing a lot of the talents in the whole thing. They have become the CEO. They bought the rights to Mythos and everything. That was a recent thing that I put on January 3rd. Another thing that popped up was, as you can see, good things are coming along with Trey Legacy taking control of the company. It says, Dear Hades and Mythos community, with this post I would like to approach you formally, but also personally. I want to apologize for what occurred during Hades' 2-year anniversary, both as a representative of Mythos and previously Hades' manager. I deeply regret the oversight and the disappointment it caused. At the time, Mythos was in the midst of significant internal change, including me taking ownership of the company. During this period, internal communication between management and talents was disrupted, which led to the failure to properly acknowledge and celebrate Hades' anniversary. While these circumstances provide context, they do not excuse the mistake. The lack of visible support shown during this important milestone should not have happened. For that, I offer my sincere apology and regret for the hurt that has caused to Hades and to those who have supported her. As Mythos moves forward, we are taking concrete steps to ensure this does not happen again. Under the current restructuring, the company is developing an updated code of ethics alongside clearer and stricter internal guidelines. These measures are being implemented to better protect talent comfort, strengthen communication, and foster an environment for rooted respect, support, and care. Personal commitment and responsibility as CEO to ensure that Mythos learns from the incident, as I have, grow stronger because of it. Thank you for taking time to read this and for your patience and trust as we work to do better. This is a much needed, and it was needed when it happened, but better late than never in this case, and not too late in this case, because as Trey says here, it does explain what happened. It does not excuse what happened. It was still a very hurtful thing that happened with Hades, very hurtful thing that the agency did to Hades, because she works really hard, as does everybody in Mythos. And to seem to have just been pushed aside during this moment is something that, heck, it would have hurt me. It does hurt, always hurts to feel cast aside, especially in this case, in an agency that you're a part of, that is supposed to be supporting you 100%, supposed to be giving you all the support you could ever need for anything you do, and of course, celebrating your milestones along with you and your community. This is, hopefully, I do feel that this will not happen again. Trey Legacy, it has a lot of respect in the community. They have a lot of trust in the community. And the fact that they did this right after they became CEO of the company shows the type of agency that he wants to run. Shows the type of agency that Trey is trying to make in the future. And the type of responsibility that they want to take for things coming in the future. This bodes well for Mythos, as I do believe they are actually going for another generation, a newer generation of goddesses in this case, and which is going to be, you know, a male pantheon going into being female VTubers behind it and female avatars. This is very good for the future. I do hope they continue on this path, because it's words are easy to say, but the actions are what speaks loud. This speaks very loud, don't get me wrong about that, but the actual actions are what shows the community that you mean those words that you have just said. And I'm pretty sure, just knowing how Trey is, that they are going to show it with action as well. Yubari Rei is a female Japanese VTuber. They used to be Achan, if you recognize the voice. You didn't recognize the voice. Achan was a part of Hololive AN, the announcer generation, and she was originally a person that came in, a staff member that came in with Sora. So she's been there since the very beginning. She graduated in 2024, in June 2024. So it's been a while now that she has done that. She came back about 6 months ago with Yubari Rei, a cafe laid back, your hired master of Yubari Rei. So it's a cafe master, or a person, you know, in charge of cafe. They around, well, not around, but actually on January 3rd, did a premiere of a 6-month anniversary song cover, Chinokate, at 5 p.m. So we're going to take a look at it, as she will have it around here, and we will just, I'll hit you on the other side. Now, before I start it, I do want to put a disclaimer that you may end up, since it is a cover, I may end up getting copyright stricken because of this, and if I do, I will have to remove the actual music, and it may sound very crunchy with just the vocals of it. I do apologize for that. It is a weird situation that happens in YouTube, so let's take a look at what we can see here. First, I'm going to show you, as I usually do with this, because I end up having to cut it in half in order to also protect myself. We'll show you a little bit of the images, since they are still images of everything here. I do not think Yubari Rei themselves will be copywriting anything, but the whatever artist it was behind the actual song a lot of times does do it. The agency behind it does do it. That's why I do these little portions here. So let's listen in to her singing here.
本当に大事だったのにそろそろ変えなければ大事だったならそもそも変わなければ
She is letting her singing voice out, and I love hearing that. I love seeing that. She is expressing herself a little bit differently than when she was in the agency, and she is allowing her creativity to flow a bit more. I'm very glad to show this to you guys. It is great to see her back, and it is great to see her moving and doing covers like this. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. Today, we're talking about Maia Michi, who is a Mimic VTuber, certified skin collector. Miners DNI. Take a look at their About section. Cursed Mimic, playing games and goofing off. ADHD Gremlin, vibes for business inquiries, do that whole emailing them thing. And there we go, with something that they did recently.
Here we come. I'm about to shoot up all of your Let me not say something crazy.
She was about to say something that might have gotten her banned.
Something crazy. I'm about to be on a watch list. Go on.
Yeah, she was gonna say something about shoot up or in control, in the game control. Let's take a look at their YouTube here. Maia Michi has a lot of VODs put up, which is very important because Twitch does not keep your VODs for very long. If you're an affiliate, 7 days as far as I can tell. If you are a partner, it can be 14 days, 30 days, I think max. But they delete it eventually. When it comes to YouTube, as long as YouTube still has server space, it still keeps up. I've had VODs stayed for years, and it has not removed them. So it's always a good idea to switch to VODs on your YouTube side, at least if possible. Thank you so much, Maia Michi, for allowing me to showcase on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching, as always. And of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.